Turns out that maybe grasshopper is expensive, we're told. Who knew?
So eating grasshopper might actually cost a pretty penny, huh?
I would never have guessed, to be honest.
I mean, ant-coated French fries, you can eat a lot more of those, right? So, and it wasn't that expensive, so...
I can't eat ants.
Trying to make some sort of like grasshopper and the ant reference here, but I couldn't figure out how to do it, so anyways.
Sell it at my Corrigan barbecue.
Grossest thing about eating ants with French fries is the ants get stuck on your teeth. They get like
they're little crispy bits,
and you have to like. Well, it's like you catch them like in between the head and the abdomen or the thorax, and you have to use a toothpick.
I've had chocolate covered ants.
Oh, you have
back in the day, yeah.
Okay.
I thought they were pretty good. They're just little crispy bits.
Okay.
Anyway, so things have happened. BlazBlue tag cross tag battle is out, and Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Edition has been out for about a week now. So let's talk about it.
Sure. I haven't had a chance to mess with BlazBlue's cross tag battle. I didn't know it was out. And when I saw you tweet that it was out, I was like, oh, I need to get it. But then I streamed the 30th stuff yesterday, so I just literally haven't had a chance to go and grab that. But I am so excited to be able to get my hands on that on the Nintendo Switch with the training mode, with my PS4 pad, on the airplane, so I can training mode the hell out of that game and actually training mode all the characters. I'm super excited for that.
Dude,
so.
yeah, it's because it's one of those sandbox games where you can find out all sorts of crazy crap. So, like, whichever two characters you get, you're going to find some interesting stuff.
And that, to me, is super exciting because, you know, I felt like there have been team-based games before where the synergy hasn't mattered as much. But it seems like in BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle, the synergy is going to be super important.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, just the way that the system works is very much geared towards that. I like it because, as we talked about a little bit when the beta was out, the way that the assists and tagging works, I really, really like it. So each character has 3 assists. There's a forward assist, neutral assist, back assist. Different things for different characters, obviously. And when the assist comes out, you can then press your like partner button, and which is the way that you switch characters.
Right.
And then that will like make that the new point character.
Right.
So you can effectively do some big move with your point character, then call assist, then tag, cancel. I don't know the phrasing into your other dude. So now you've switched points.
Can you imagine calling Captain Commando and having come in and go boom, and then as the assist you could tag into him and then do Captain Sword and then DHC into
why not
Sentinel drones and then have Sentinel continue the combo afterwards? Dude, like, can you imagine?
Yeah.
And that's what people have to understand by the ability of having one of 3 assists that you could call. And it's not even that you have to pick them ahead of time. You can choose which assist by back, forward, or neutral and assist button, and then you can change into them and then they can do stuff. Like, I think that there's
a lot of creativity.
The opportunities are endless. The game is going to be very creative and very sick.
I really think it is.
And sick.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah, it's called MVCI. Exactly. MVCI is a lot like that as well. But you just control the assist right away.
Yeah.
You don't have the option of calling the assist and staying as the point.
I like the two games for almost exactly the same reasons.
Yes.
They're both very well designed, very interesting, very very explosive, sort of very strong at whatever it is you want to do. So zoning heavy teams are super strong zoners. Characters teams that are about getting in, they get in. And characters that are mid range are like really strong footsies characters, and they back each other up really, really well. So like each one of those things is very, very strong, and I like that. I like having strong options. I like the creativity that comes with the way that it's set up. So. It's also ugly because the games are from 2008. I mean, they're all just sort of mashed together, which I don't care about. So my feelings on this game and Marvel are almost identical. I really, really like both of them.
And you know, I am glad. And this kind of probably appeals to the Injustice fan in you as well, but I like that zoning can be strong in this game. I like the fact that all the different styles, and in fact, one of the reasons why I wanted to use Naoto in Persona, because I thought she would be a zoner. She wasn't, I thought about Yukiko as a zoner. But like now, maybe I can actually create that proper zoning team in this game.
Oh, for sure you can.
That would be really, really fun.
So I'm playing Tager Wald, more accurately Wald Tager, because my Tager is kind of butt right now. I got to work on that. Wald is basically running the show with occasional Tager assist. I really like both characters. They work together really well. But every single team that I've come across, I have felt like it can work together well. Like all the teams that I've seen other people play on streams, or that I've seen people play when I played against them on ranked or whatever it is. I haven't seen a team yet that feels like it can't work together.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if it's going to end up being like that. I'm sure that the synergy will really end up mattering.
How's the netcode been so far?
Actually, for me, it's been really good.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, for me, it's been really good.
Okay.
I've been playing against people who are like 1 and 2 bars.
Dude, Ultra Arcade.
And it's still good.
I mean, you both used, what's his name in Killer Instinct, right?
Tush, yeah, for sure.
Tusk, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have similar ideas. Yeah, dude, really good characters. I'm also gonna start a team of new Yukiko to zone because I think so. I played new in BlazBlue, and she's really fun. I really like her in this game too, and like
being able to zone and build health.
Right. So she zones, and Yukiko has an assist where she gets health back for both team members.
Oh, dang. Okay.
So I found this out today. I didn't know that it was for both. I found this out today when I was playing against this guy, person who was using Kanji Yukiko. And Kanji, he wasn't in the beta, so I didn't really know what to look for, and I don't think Yukiko was, or no, she was.
She was the
but not
that you beat up.
But I didn't see her very often. So I basically blew up this dude's Kanji, and then he started turtling. And I was like, whatever, man, just turtle it out. I don't like. You're a grappler,
right?
Right. And then he starts calling Yukiko, and he got all of his life back. Before I was like, wait, what? It was like, so like, you have to come in against that.
Right.
You can't stay away. So
it's like a zoner that forces. So if you play with new, right, you force them to come in at you.
Forces movement.
Dang, I might have to steal that team.
Dude, it sounds crazy good, right?
I think that actually sounds really fun because Yukiko is also a zoner herself in a way, right?
She is a zoner,
yeah, okay, so there you go.
Yeah, I think that's really interesting. But a lot of characters have interesting assists. Like Jin has the little ice assist, the like very slow moving projectile. He's got big DP assist. Yeah, Rachel assist, putting out the thing is really strong.
I'm gonna have to basically find a good zoning team and a good rushdown team for me, so to see if I can have both, basically. So
I don't think it's dumbed down at all. I think it's a really complicated game. Each individual character doesn't have all the normals that they did in the games that they were in previously. So there's less of that, but it's not dumbed down for sure.
The complexity does not come from the normal choices and uses. The complexity comes from the partner use, basically. That you have to consider it that way. You know, it is simplified. There are definitely way more the game is way more auto combo-y than other games. Yeah. But the game complexity doesn't come from that. The game's complexity comes from how you use your assists and everything, because the assist, like I said, it's so open. Yeah. It's so open world, you know what I mean? You could basically do what you want, so I think that's kind of cool.
Taker's moves are already magnetized. He comes into the round with the opponent magnetized.
That's what I was hoping he would be the first time. That he just was a grappler with magnets. You know what I mean?
So it's crazy because, you know, his jump B, which is what his old jump D used to be, the big like glowing thing, that sucks people in when they're magnetized. Now they're always magnetized. Right. So you can basically just jump back and bring them to you.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was hoping for, because now the way that he was in BlazBlue was that you had combos into Spark Shot or whatever like that, and then you had just combos that set up based off of that magnetize instead of trying to use it in neutral footsies. And I think that would have been
you had to set that up.
Yeah, I think it would have been more. I think it's more interesting this way. So.
Dude, yeah, it's super interesting. Yeah, all the characters that I've seen have been fun.
Ebonic Plague is in the chat. Great job on commentary at Dreamhack, sir.
Yeah. I think you're probably my favorite Dragon Ball commentator, but I'll deny that.
And you know what?
I'm the best.
I'm going to. Oh, I can't do it here. Okay, I'll do it. You know what?
So I like Kanji. I think Kanji seems interesting, just not as interesting as Tager and Wald. But I do like the tools that they gave him. I feel like he can work pretty well. He's got some good buttons still in there. They didn't like destroy his button choices, which is pretty cool. I'm
going to be totally biased here. I am modding Ebonic Plague in our chat right now, so he is a mod because he is also part of our Final Fantasy Record Keeper Discord. So,
really?
Yeah.
So oh my god, the mega nerds.
Exactly. So there you go. Now you are a mod.
Anyway, I really recommend checking out BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle. It's really, really an interesting game.
I mean,
And the fact that you can play it on the airplane.
Dude, I was worried about the button problem as well. About, like, there's still some issues with it. Like, when I do combos, I want to have access to some of those target combo moves so I can hit in different directions to allow me to do different combo stuff. But don't let that discourage you. Like I said, I haven't played it much, but even from, like, there was one time I was just testing my Brooks adapter again, so I just started up the beta, and I was doing Jin combos with the PS4 controller and stuff like that, and I was just, like, finding really cool stuff. So don't let that discourage you.
Like, I still have some walled combos that are tight timing. It's not, they're not, like, free. You're not just doing, like, A. It's not like that. Like, he's got combos where there really is tight timing involved, but you're going from one chain to the other.
Right,
so there's like a link between the chains where the link is tight.
Even like Ragnar, I had this combo in the corner where you have to juggle with B, like at just the exact right height. If it's too high up, it won't combo. If it's too low, you miss. And so there's definitely timing in there as well. So, yeah. So definitely give it a shot.
It's not. I wouldn't describe it as being a BlazBlue. It's not BlazBlue.
No.
BlazBlue is definitely its own very distinct game from BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle. They just put. I guess they put the name in there because it's just a popular series in Japan. I don't know,
and it was by the creators of BlazBlue, and you know, and they're still kind of the main character. They have the most cast in the game. So
but think of it as its own game. It's really not. It's really not the same at all. But
no, it is definitely not wrong for not playing a game because of aesthetic. If anime, waifus, and stuff like that is not your aesthetic, don't play it. If seeing Platinum doing things with bubble noises bothers you, don't play it. I mean, there's
you know, I tend to. So I don't love the design of some characters that are like that, but Platinum is so silly that I really do like it. Actually, it's like it like goes all the way around the circle back to cool to me.
It's basically like them doing it to rub it in your face. And then it becomes trolly at that point in time. So Platinum is definitely trolly. So
but I really don't like Ruby saying, "Don't you move." Oh God, I hate it.
She's basically the
Don't
new,
you move.
She's basically kind of like the new Storm. Or Jam. You know, all day and stuff like that. So. All right. 30th anniversary also. We've had a week now to play with it, and I'll be honest with you, I haven't played it online at all because all I've been doing is just streaming all this stuff, you know.
So, what's your experience of the game then like?
So my experience is I've been streaming it and like messing with it and doing all the retrospective stuff, right? So I've done 2 episodes now. I did one with just World Warrior, and the next one I did was Champ Edition and Hyper Fighting. And, you know, it's been awesome just reliving a lot of the stories and talking about all, like, the old strategies and everything like that, and showing how characters changed and what was broken in a game, why this was good and everything like that. And the best part about it is that everything I remember is there.
Okay.
And to me, that's, like, I've talked about it to people. I know some people on Twitter gave me, you know, shit for it, basically, because I was like, I wouldn't even care if they had no online play, because for me, it's for the historical accuracy, right? And people are like, you're an idiot. And and the thing about it is, to be honest with you, from their standpoint, they're right, because for me, Street Fighter is something different than for them.
Sure, okay.
Right? For me, Street Fighter is everything, right? Street Fighter is life. Street Fighter is basically what I've dedicated my life to, kind of in this weird way. So the historical accuracy thing is important to me. But the fact that I was able to do that on this version of the game and show everything that I have been doing and just waxing nostalgic, and I forgot what happened. There was something that happened during my stream, and I was like, this is exactly why I need this historical accuracy, because, like, this allows me to, like, I can see these kind of things. And, you know, people have seen, like, bugs in there where things are like I put up the clip where I made Guile disappear and then Dhalsim disappear, right? And so people are like, oh, arcade perfect. I'm like, this is arcade perfect, you know? Someone showed a bug, like, you know, where someone froze, and they're like, why wouldn't they fix that? And I was like, I don't want them to fix that. Like, it's almost sad to me that they had to fix some of those bugs that crash the game, you know what I mean, in the online-able games and stuff like that. But for me, it's so important, and going through it, doing the history and seeing everything all work. Like, I was even able to get Sagat's unblockable uppercut to work in hyper fighting and things like that. And it's like, that's just so much joy to me, and to be able to see all that kind of stuff. So I've been having a blast. The time that I did play online, it wasn't terrible for me. I know that has not been. I have seen people say it's the greatest online and it's the worst online, right? So, but I think I've definitely seen more negative things on it. I'm hoping they do patch a few things, like they will go through and patch a few problems that are with the game. It's been crashing. I know it crashed for me one time. Me too. But for the most part, you know, for me, like I said, I'm coming from a unique place to be able to see all the stuff, to be able to remember all the things that I used to do with the game and everything like that has really been a joy. And I feel bad because once we get to the Street Fighter 3 series, I'm not going to have this kind of knowledge for all the games like I can do with the current games that we're doing. And I really wish that, like, Flash G, if you could find him on Twitter at spell Flash G backwards, basically. So it's a GHSALF. And he's been posting up all these, like, bugs that he's been, from the arcade that he's been able to reproduce at home. And it's really funny. So
that's nice.
I might steal a bunch of, I might message him, like, can I credit you and, like, show a bunch of these things.
Yeah,
exactly.
I didn't know about the 512 thing in Street Fighter 2.
Yeah, that was really weird because I always remembered when I used to play it a long time ago in the arcades, every time you hit a button, all of a sudden they would just like flash kick.
So you press short enough times, there's a 1 in 512 chance that you'll come out with a special move. So they wanted you to know that special moves that were in the game.
Yeah, same thing with blocking. There was a 1 5/12 chance that the game would block for you.
Whoa.
And it happened to me on stream too. I like trying to do magic throw and I did upside down kick and Ken blocked it. And I was like, what the heck happened? So they wanted to make sure that you knew about blocking as well.
Okay.
But literally, what's really funny about the 512 thing is that Madge, when he did his Guile combo video a long time ago, he did it on a version of frame name with save states and text inputs.
Oh, wow.
So he could be frame perfect on it, right? And so he wanted a combo using the 512 glitch.
Okay.
So he recorded a combo so Guile could walk up and flash kick, right?
Okay, sick.
And it wouldn't work, so he put one more frame at the start of the combo of neutral and shoved everything one frame later. Didn't work. Shoved it one frame later and just did that. And then all of a sudden, at one point in time, it worked, and there it was.
That's
so from the same
funny.
state, he could get it to work. So there you go.
Genius.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just cool to see all these things like that. So it makes me excited.
Well, my experience has not been as positive.
Right.
I didn't. So I don't think that it's been an overall bad experience necessarily, but it's not what I was hoping. For example, in Third Strike, it uses the ROM or the port or whatever version where you have to have it. You have to do EX moves by pressing all 3 punches or kicks or whatever on the same frame.
Right. It has to be perfect.
It has to be perfectly timed, which means that I screwed up often. And I've never screwed up EX moves. I don't have good execution, of course, but I've never screwed up execution on EX moves.
Right.
In that way. So that's a bummer to me.
I'm curious about that because I know Zangief is like that with lariats in the old
I screwed up pretty regularly.
Right. And that's a regular thing. Like, as a Zangief player, you never get mad about it.
Yeah,
you just punch a fireball, you're like, well, that just happened, and you don't care. So, it's interesting. But it's weird to me that it wasn't like that in the arcade. So what happened?
Arcade.
You know what I mean?
don't really know, dude, but it's like that now. It also is a bummer that if you have like a certain kind of arcade stick, then it won't recognize your diagonal inputs.
On the PC.
On the PC.
Yeah.
Yes. So like I was playing against Vicious on the PC, and he was talking to me about like how he was wondering if like was our connection terrible because like he keeps screwing up inputs, and he's like pretty sure he's getting the right commands and it's not coming out. And he figured out today that that was the issue, that he was just screwing up things because of that.
Someone even suggested changing your stick to analog, and it actually makes it work better and stuff like that. So I've definitely heard a lot of issues. Yeah, 3SOE had the same issue with the EX moves.
Correct.
As well. So, and it's interesting because 3SOE also had the same training mode bug, where if you drain someone to no life and just keep doing the combo on them, they react differently. So I was actually using Dudley against the Shotos, and I was doing low short, low strong, low fierce, the target combo, and the fierce kept missing. And I was like, this wasn't a thing. I know this worked on Shotos, right?
Yeah.
So I did it over and over and over again. Pa-pa-pow, pa-pa, and then the fierce whiff, 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 whiff. And I was like, what the hell? And then I just sat there and like tried to look something up, and then I went back to it, and then it was landing. It was connecting. I was like, what the heck? It connected over and over and over again in a row, and then all of a sudden it stopped working again. And then I was like, wait, this one was in 3SOE. This was the same bug and the same thing that happened to me before. It was because when I waited, it let the life recover.
Right, sure.
And then the combo would work again. And it's weird because this was the exact same bug. So there's something interesting about the 3S port on this one. It feels like they based it off of the OS, the OE version, not necessarily the arcade ROM. So it's interesting.
I don't know. So those are my input issues. It also, the online is very hit or miss. It's like very hit or miss. It's rare that I feel like the connection's like middling. It's bad, quite bad, or good. It's never great, but it's never. I feel like it's always one of the two more extremes.
Sorry, can I ask? When it's bad? Is it bad rollback or is it delay? It's delay netcode. Yeah, it is delay netcode. Okay.
Yeah. So it feels pretty rough sometimes. So I have it set on like the best connections possible option, which is framed as the input lag that you're willing to accept.
Right.
So I put it on like 0 or 1 or something like that. So I'm not getting nearly as many matches, of course, because it's only players who are close to me or whatever the issue is. So what often happens is that I'll be playing a game, whatever, one of us backs out. The opponent definitely always backs out of the rematch, is what it is. For sure. And then, not because I always win, I want to keep playing, even if I'm losing. So that happens sometimes, and then we will both hit start search again, and we get matched right back up. So that's happened to me at one point 4 times in a row. So I don't think that there are that many people playing hyper fighting on PC with minimal lag connections.
I can't remember what game it was that I was playing, but that happened to me as well. It might have been like Tekken 7 or something like that I just kept running into the same guy because we would quit and... Oh no, I think it might have been Street Fighter 5. Like, me and Vicious kept running into each other over and over and over again, which was really weird, but yeah.
Yeah, well, makes sense. So that is kind of a bummer. But the games themselves are a blast. I mean, obviously these are some of my favorite games of all time. So I've had I've still played it a lot, even though I think there are issues with it. I've really enjoyed playing hyper fighting, and I've seen names on there that I haven't heard forever. I've been playing against Cigar Bob Zangief, for example, which is crazy.
Dude, he was in my chat yesterday. He was talking
for real.
To me.
Wow, how about that?
That was really cool.
He definitely ate my boxer alive in hyper fighting.
Oh yeah,
it's not an easy matchup.
Who was he using?
Zangief.
Oh yeah. That's not
a
fun matchup at all. That's not.
But it's funny because it brings back the memory to me of the first time I went to Evo, which is in 2003. There was an ST cab set up for casuals, and I think he brought it, or else
It was a Cigar Bob cabinet.
I believe it was. And so I met him there, and we were playing, and that was my first time at an event of that size meeting people, and he was one of the first people I met there.
Okay.
I mean,
sweet.
I don't know if that's a big deal, really, but it was cool to see that name again after so many years. Right. So there's that side of it that I've also really, really enjoyed.
Okay.
So I feel like it's not the best sort of technical product, but I really enjoy the games, and it's nice to see people I haven't seen in a while.
And there's also a lot of problems with a lot of the UI has been a little bit clunky here and there. There's kind of inconvenience. The training mode is kind of, you can tell, is very, very piecemeal because they put the training mode literally on top of an arcade game. They're not programming
it's
a
just
training
save
mode, right? Yeah, save state, and not only that, but all like the make the computer jump and all those things like that. They did what they could off of the game.
Yeah, I'm not going to quibble about that stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, and in fact, I think that one of the most valuable things of it is that there is training mode. So I've actually looked for modern ideas like safe jump, option select, invincible stuff in hyper fighting, which I've found does not really work. And then a couple of other people on Twitter asked me what my setups were, and they would try it out, and they also said that it didn't really work for them.
Interesting. Okay,
so I feel like it handles. I feel like it causes. Proximity guard instantly. So the Dragon Punch is coming out, and before it is hitting, it's already causing proximity guard. So whatever your intended option select was can't come out because you're already stuck.
Well, also don't forget that this game has no trip guard. So there is definitely delay frames when you're landing.
I mean, I'm blocking.
Oh, you're
like
blocking
I can safe jump. I can definitely safe jump.
Okay.
But then to bring out the turnaround punch or dragon punch or whatever it is that I'm doing when I'm landing, that never triggers.
Interesting.
I've never gotten that to trigger yet.
Interesting. Even if you're not holding back at all, right? So
right,
then you won't trigger the proximity guard, right?
Actually, no. I guess I haven't done that. Maybe I got it. Okay. Well, no. I guess I can't. I'm not holding back because
you're doing uppercuts.
I'm doing a dragon punch.
Right. So you're just doing roundhouse uppercut or something like that, right? So,
No, but I guess I'm doing uppercut block because that's how I've always done it. Uppercut block. Very fast movement.
Oh, so maybe proximity guard has priority or something weird? I don't know.
That could be. Okay, I'll try not blocking. I'll go back into the lab. But in any case, the game definitely handles it differently than modern games do. So that's been interesting. And I also looked into like how does Boxer beat a Guile who's just doing down medium kick over and over. So you can walk up and press your own down medium kick in the middle. So there's stuff like that I've been able to figure out that's really useful. Okay. It's nice to have a training mode.
That and also Fearsome when he Sonic Booms. Trade Fierce on the Sonic Boom.
Oh, that I got.
That's always the best
I got.
Right
but the bummer is that Stand Fierce, the hurt box on it is like half screen. So even if you're literally 2/3 screen and you press Fierce and he does down medium, you're gonna get hit.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's like absurdly bad.
Okay.
So you need to have a way to beat down medium kick, but he does.
Yeah, crouching medium kick. I was like even doing that yesterday on the stream. I was like, I know it was either down roundhouse or down medium kick they changed to hit those because in Champion Edition he literally could not do anything to Guile. Also because Dash Punch didn't hit crouchers. So like he was like Champion Edition Balrog was the worst character like free. For free. Especially and I even told the story on stream is there's this great Chun-Li player. In fact, instant head stomp overhead was basically invented by this guy.
Okay.
It's a guy named Matt. He was one of the best players of Street Fighter 2. He played he went to UCLA. He placed really well at all of the world's finest tournaments early on. And when I played him at UCLA, when I visited my brother, I was just playing Balrog for fun. He comes and challenges me with Chun-Li.
Yeah.
And this was still back in the day where people didn't throw.
So
he hated throws. Right? And so, like, I'm Balrog, and if you crouch block against him, you literally couldn't chip anybody.
Weird.
So I was like doing everything, and so he started winning, and he just started crouch blocking. So I'm like, dash punch, nothing. Walk up, poking. He wouldn't do anything, and I was like, fuck it. And I walked up and threw him, and he was like, oh, you throw, huh? And I was like, really? Okay. It's like so sad.
That's very funny.
Yeah.
I rediscovered crouching strong, stand short, dash upper into stand fierce or down roundhouse, which is cool. I didn't, for some reason, I didn't know that crouching strong links into stand short. I knew the rest of that combo, but I didn't know that part. So
did you do the my favorite Balrog combo was the Balrog versus Balrog combo where you could do jump fierce, stand short, kick charge, stand short, kick charge.
Oh, I didn't know you did that.
Yeah, that's the best.
Sick. Okay, I'll look into that.
Anyways, obviously, I get giddy and excited when I talk about these old games, and I was just telling all these stories. Everybody's really been enjoying the streams and stuff like that.
I think it's great, man. Yeah. But by the way, I do agree with Paul B that Fightcade is the better idea if you really want to get good at these games.
Okay.
There are more players playing 30th Anniversary Edition, but more strong players playing Fightcade, and I prefer playing. Like I feel better on the online of Fightcade as well, so that's what I think. But at the same time, like I said, it's been really nice to have the training mode, and it's been really nice to see names that I haven't seen in a long time who've come back for 30th anniversary.
Yeah, who was that I saw someone was playing against was like super old school player they kept running into online as well. But that's just really cool. So I'm happy. Like I said, I'm happy because even if there was no online, I would have been happy anyway. But that's a unique position for me. I'm definitely going to play it a bunch online soon, just to test it out and see how it goes for me. So
on Fightcade, you can also play Third Strike. There are a lot of people who play Third Strike.
Oh yeah, okay.
Super Turbo, Third Strike. I don't know about the alphas. I'm not sure. I've never really been into that, so couldn't tell you.
Okay.